not black. And it's not because of my melanin content. It's simply because I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I'll explain how that is apparently possible. I'm Katie Petrick, and this is Healthy Republic. So, if you identify as black, because it's all about identifying, not actual skin tone, which means nothing anyway, except when the left needs it for a narrative. Anywho, you can't actually identify as black unless you vote for Joe Biden. Just roll the clip.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Nope. It's a long way until November, and this election has been going on forever already. Here's the real question that needs to be answered. At what point do we just stop and say, Joe Biden has no idea what he's saying, and then move on? I guess I've seen him enough times to know that he has skied hard and fast down the slope of cognition, and he may have hit a few trees along the way. Shout out, sorry, to Sonny Bono, but the beat goes on. More fascinating to me is what comes immediately after Joe makes his racist comment. Here's the rest of the clip.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community.
Now get ready for it.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years. I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run. Come on. Take a look at the record.
Yeah, just take a look at the record, man. How very dismissive and defensive in true Joe Biden fashion. This is what he does.
Why attack Sanders?
Why? Oh, you're getting nervous, man. Just calm down. It's okay.
Thank you.
Support the second. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
But the worst of them, until this newest one,
they're going to put you all back in chains.
honestly. And yet, Americans are supposed to believe that Biden is cool, calm, collected, caring for all people. Clearly not. Once this comment was said, Twitter erupted and people took to their tribes. There were some African Americans who called Biden out, and then there were some who defended him. On the blast side was Diddy, or P. Diddy, or Puff Daddy, or Sean Combs, depending on how old you are. Diddy said, "Aye, bruh. Joe Biden, I already told you the black vote ain't free. And, to whom it may concern, it's called black leverage." In other words, mo interviews, mo problems. Robert L. Johnson, the co-founder of Black Entertainment Television, BET, blasted Biden, as did former NFL star Herschel Walker. And then, the NAACP, whom Biden actually mentioned his street creds in claiming he's been endorsed by every time he's run for office, fact-checked Biden. In a statement from Derek Johnson, the president and CEO of the NAACP, he said, "We want to clarify that the NAACP is a nonpartisan organization and does not endorse candidates for political office at any level." Sorry, not sorry, Joe. Per usual, a stumbling, bumbling apology from Biden followed.
The last thing I want to do, and I shouldn't have been such a wise guy. I shouldn't have been so cavalier in responding to what I thought was, anyway, it was, I don't take it for granted at all.
And anyway, this means that the camps became more entrenched. The Democrats came out in swaths to defend their chosen one. Former ESPN host Jameel Hill tweeted out, "The issue wasn't what Joe Biden said, because it was accurate. The issue was that it came from Biden. It also was clearly a joke that didn't land. But I'm wondering where all this outrage was yesterday when y'all president declared his public devotion to a Nazi sympathizer." And then Donna Brazile.
I believe that Joe Biden was incorrect in saying the statement, "You ain't black." But I also believe that his apology was sufficient.
Oh, yeah, of course. And for the ones who didn't outright defend Biden, they just pretended to have technical difficulties, like former presidential candidate Andrew Yang.
Joe Biden's comments there, what's your reaction? Can you still hear me, Andrew?
Yeah, I just don't want to talk. But for some of these lefties, it doesn't matter what Biden did, does, or will do. They will vote for him and worship him forever and ever. Heil Biden. In a column for The Nation, Katha Pollitt wrote in the lead, I would vote for Joe Biden if he boiled babies and ate them. He wasn't my candidate, but taking back the White House is that important. Hyperbole? Probably not for this Looney Tune. Because for the umpteenth time, it's all about Orange Man very bad. We must defeat President Trump. Actual people be damned. Political strategist James Carville summed up the left's feelings in an interview last week with the Stuttering John podcast.
What's going on is he's going to get his ass beat. All right, that's what's going on. He's going to get his fat ass beat. All right, now, the question is by how much? If we want to go do this lethargic kind of stuff and blah, 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 and worry about this, we can get 290, 295 electoral votes and we'll change nothing. If we go and take it to him and talk about what a massive fat failure he is, then we can run away with this thing.
That's a political strategist, blah, blah, blah. And not to be left out, Biden, maybe in an effort to distract from his own follies, took to the Twitter in his own couch coach approach to yell about Trump. And it was because Trump was going golfing. Biden bemoaned nearly 100,000 lives have been lost and tens of millions are out of work. Meanwhile, the president spent his day golfing. Followed up the next day with a tweet saying, the presidency is about a lot more than tweeting from your golf cart. It requires taking on the ultimate responsibility for the biggest decisions in the world. Donald Trump simply wasn't prepared for that. I promise you, I will be. Says Joe as he tweets from his own bunker. Biden really sounds like the football couch coach who says he'll be better than the guy in the actual game, but he hasn't actually thrown a football since his glory days in high school, which weren't even glorious because he was the backup kicker. In this case, Biden doesn't even know what game's being played. Golf, football, whatever. But Biden thinks it is a game, and this entire game of pandering to whatever group he is in front of demonstrates just how dishonest he is. Biden changes his tone, his mannerisms, his understanding of where he is at the drop of a vote. Politics is political, and Biden's senile and dishonest. What a deadly combination for everyone. All skin tones. Until next time, stay healthy, America.